Banana in the box. Waterfall in a cave. Poop in a bucket.
6 birds in a trench coat, building a zoo.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Reptopia. Today I'm going to be building in this sunken down area right over here. And the reason this area has been sunken down is that I'm going to be putting in a bunch of exhibits in what will be a cave underneath a habitat that I'll be building a little bit later. In episode 1, I believe I referred to this area as the snake pit. And that's because originally I was only planning on putting in the 6 species of snakes that exist in the game, but I pretty quickly decided to add the other 5 exhibit reptiles as well, giving us a total of 11 exhibits. Now, keep in mind the competition says minimum 2, so we might be overdoing it a little bit. Let's plop down the exhibits and I will cut to the semi-live talking while doing part of the video. And no, I'm not counting amphibians as reptiles. I do, however, think that I could use this space a bit wiser. Yes. And then I grab all of those. Stupid path. Stupid automatic, stupid path. Yeah! Get rid of that. And then see, can I... no. Not quite. What if I just start putting down random path everywhere? That looks incredibly bad. Can I connect this? I cannot. Okay. Delete path. Grab a 6 meter, hold in control in order to better control what's going on. Let's just put down a circuit. Also hold in control here. Different starting point. Does this work? Please. Okay, I guess you're willing to just attach to that thing and then I can... Yes. Whoa! I got a circle. And then we can make that 8, go back to 4, and then just connect. Why will you not? Because pathing is... I'm not even going to finish that sentence because YouTube has a thing where you can't swear. Now over here, I actually do want paths from multiple sides. No, not from here. So now you can see that frame from all 4 sides, which is unnecessary. And you cannot get across here. This. This is a labyrinth. Can I connect these? No. Malformed path. All the paths in this game are malformed. I usually cut out all of the pathing because it's just nightmare. But for some reason, I think maybe I'll leave it in this time. Yes, now people can also walk there. They don't need to be able to do that. Yeah, they do. They still need to be able to walk here, which now they cannot. And here, and here. Yes! And they don't need to be able to walk here because I'm planning on putting a very large rock in there, among other places. Okay, so what I also need for this are staff buildings. Of course, in franchise mode, this would absolutely not work because even if I put up a wall, people will somehow sense that there is a staff building there and become very angry. Staff facilities, that one, flip it, move it out. And I am going to make all of your windows white, even though no one will see you. Please connect. Flipping heck. Then what I want to do is make this look pretty.
This could be called many things, but pretty is not one of them.
Let's try again.
So
So I've already done a bunch of things. Putting down rocks, removing rocks, putting down rocks, removing rocks. And I was planning on making the viewing area significantly smaller than this big piece of glass out here. Like just having some little peek holes, kind of like that or something. And I do think the idea is cool. You sort of have to get up close and like look around corners and stuff. But the execution is really difficult. And finding a rock, that was the toughest part actually, that fits both these desert sort of themed things and also these non-desert, significantly more lush green tropical things. That is difficult. I also tried using the faux rock, which just failed. One thing I do want to do though, before I forget it, is grab this tape and put it here, because I think that looks pretty awesome. Just have this little waterfall inside the cave. And I wonder, not really sure about that, but I can use this one as one of the sides of that one. Maybe. Yes, I said I wasn't going to use the faux rocks, and immediately I start using the faux rocks. If you cannot change your mind, it is a sure sign that you have lost it. X these things. And yes, I am aware that they are overlapping and that it looks fake. Guess what? It is fake. Not only is it in a game, it is also in a zoo in a game. Random rotation, spam down the rocks. There we go. So I spent quite a bit of time putting down these rocks. I really hope that the thing that I wanted to do is actually going to work. Let's just grab everything over here except you, and you. And make you a group, because then I can change your color without messing with anything else. Then we can go in here and click bottom and crisply. So if we hide this thing far enough in here, can we make it look as if there is water in here, but not, there? We do have to start plopping down some rocks over here to hide the weird looking water that should not be there. Oh yeah, that thing's gonna be too big. So now we have a waterfall in a cave for no apparent reason, and also rocks that need to be recolored. So the question is, what color do we want? Not that one. We don't want the same cold gray as outside. Is that too pink? That's very pink. Green, pink. Why can I not hit the color that I want? What if I just... Oh, bad. Bad. So small. Cannot click. Ugh, so difficult. Yeah, that's better. Probably had this exact color at some other point in the day, but now we're doing this. So we have now a waterfall. This edge is very sharp. So is this edge. So that is the next thing we need to fix. I mean, that's kind of, okay, this is maybe a little not so great. Because what waterfall would naturally create, okay, I know what I'm going to do. Flip it upside down again. That's better. Nice. No, actually, I do want to continue working in this group so that any rocks that I place can be recolored along with those. It is too pink. And also, I need it closer because otherwise people will be standing in the rock. See, the issue here is that the snakes are actually sometimes down there, and I do want them to be visible. The others, these, I don't care if I cover up a bit more. Okay, so then let's see color editor for all of these. It is super difficult to gauge what color the rocks will have when this is nothing like it. So slightly less red. And already we're looking great. 2 hours later. Now we're pretty much back to the color they have when you plop them down. Now they need to be more red. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. We'll do that. Yeah. So yes, what I was originally thinking I might do was to just have tiny little holes to the animals and really cover most of the surface in rock to make it really look like a cave. But I think I'm going to go for more of a this is what zoos actually do kind of a vibe. Because one of the parameters that this contest is judged by is realism. So a lot of places they do use this sort of rocky looking something or other, but you know, they want you to be able to actually see the animals without having to peek through little tiny holes. So that works, this and this, they match, but they're not identical. Before I do anything else, let me just go in here and close the windows that I don't want people to look through. See, this looks nice except for the blue. I don't want blue skies, but I do like the part of, the rocks match, and also sometimes you can see the little animals lying up there, and I like that too. And I think for the ones that are freestanding, that might be what I do. These two, however, I really want to make it look as if these are one. Not sure if I can pull it off. I think maybe if I sort of do some confinement. That's not good. This is gonna be super not easy. I know what I'm gonna do. Decal! Obviously it is not going to cover all of it, but right there where it does, that is really cool. Can I? Okay, I probably do need to recolor it first. That's pretty close, isn't it? Yeah, I like that. Okay, so that, again, grab all, not you. Copy and place. And just adjust you a teeny tiny bit. And move you up here, and down, and over. Yes. I mean, this is not perfect, but it's actually really flipping good. Okay, so nature. And then this rock is not recolored to match the outside rocks, but it is actually pretty much the color of the rocks inside the habitat. So I'm going to be putting that one here. No. And this one covering that part right there where the sand isn't really doing the thing that I want it to. And then just for consistency, I'm going to just plop more back down there. And I guess maybe here. Yes. How does your 3D facade look? That's the same. Okay. There we go. Nice. Sort of. This will also be camouflaged. I have plans. But first I want to do all of the bottoms and also the top thing here on everything. I did the thing and also some other things, including these little areas, which down here in the desert-ish part of the cave should probably have sand in them. I put these here to remind myself to put them in here. And then I started adding these faux wood. Now in the desert area, they're kind of this whitish color, attempting to mimic this. Nah, look, there it is. No, there's a lizard up there. Cute. So that's the color that I was sort of trying to go for, which is a little bit difficult because it's white, but it also has dark portions. So I'm actually thinking that maybe these would make more sense. Look at that. So maybe I will take some of these and then sort of use those to decorate up here, like that. Whoa. And of course these very large trunks I want the middle ones to be encased as well. And this one would probably also work. Look at that. That looks really good. Bring it in here. Just like that. Whoa, that one's quite long. Oh, wait. Let me put this one here. Look at that. And then move up. We'll figure out the bottom part later. That is really flipping up because I did forget to do the top part on this one, but look at that. Let's take this one. Nope. That's too big. Crap. That one. That ought to work. Sink it in. Plop it underneath it. Like that. Beautiful. Plus I can use this thing. I don't like that one. Is that the same one that I just had? No, it is not. This one is lighter. There's one in the cave. Nah. So I can put this thing over here, I guess. I mean, that might look sort of... Stop doing that. Actually, I don't want it there. Here. And another one over there. Ooh, that's nice. Yep. That is super weird. Let's not do that. And then let's go in here too. Biome. Desert. Find some plants that... I kind of want those round ones. They're so small in here and then they're so large out here. It's slightly irritating, actually. Still, I'm going to put you down here. And do you fit? Yes. We do this and then you to cover that one. See, we have some that look like that, and we have some that are more grassy. Maybe? I don't think I have one that's small enough unless I... Oh, that looks nice. Almost entirely sunken in. I mean, it makes absolutely zero sense to have plants in a cave, but oh well. I'm gonna plop down a few things there. Whoa, what just happened? Ah, you can actually move that thing. Here, there, and here. Oh, this one is so cute. I really want to put a quiver tree here. In fact, I'm gonna put a quiver tree here instead of that one. I love them. Maybe I could put one over here. It's kind of like a gate into the... Yeah, I like that. So should we maybe do like kind of sort of the same thing over here into this area? But I don't have a thing over here unless... Yeah, because I also sort of covered up a hole in the floor right here. But actually, maybe what I should do is the same thing that I did everywhere else. And then I can put a tree here and also a tree over here. I'm just going to need some rocks by the edge of the other thing. Also. And also here. Let's do that later. No, let's do that now. Yeah, so I used a light wood over here, and then over here, that's actually a really bad, horrible green color. I am going to go in here instead and make them a, well, no, sort of a dark, fertile-looking, lush-ish brown. So the rocks are the same, but the woodwork is going to be different. And that is how I intend to distinguish the two areas visually once you're in the cave. Now I was going to take these and make a double version of it. And then if I put them down a little bit, what about the plants? So the cactus is going to have to go bye-bye, and I'm going to take one of those instead. Plop. Terrain. Make it really super tiny so that I only sand up this part because I want that part to be the other kind of type thing. Yes, that is what I want. Log. These are really, really good for the tropical part because they are brown, but they also have some really nice green. Is this one actually thicker? No, it just looks thicker because it is shorter. Plop. Oh, yeah. Oops. So I was actually going to be doing this thing. Yeah. Grab these two and rotate those because I also want vegetation on the other side. And I also want rocks. Look at that. That is very nice. Log. Because I want to cover up the edges. Okay, and that one may not be the best rock for that spot because it is very not supernaturally shaped. You are better. Supernaturally shaped, by which I mean not supernatural, but natural to a super degree. That's kind of weird looking, actually. Are you way too long for that space? Yes, you are. What about you? I mean, that kind of, sort of, maybe. Okay. So perhaps this one should be moved over here. Low. Yeah. Maybe this thing. Maybe not that thing. No. Just the, can we? No. Wait, this thing also. So we have birch, birch. Yeah, we do need a thing in the middle to make it less weird looking. That's nice. And then let's do the other side. Construction log. This is the one I want for here. And also the longer, but same here. Wait, why is there a... So I'm just gonna... no. Are you the problem? You're not the problem. Are you the... Hello? You. You are indeed the problem. Because your branch needs to be flipped. And what is that? Is that you? Yep. So you need to be flipped because I don't want branches sticking out through the screen. There we What? Yet another rock. Ah, there we go. Plop-a-doodle dandy. Next step. What kind of educational content do we want? I mean, we don't have any amphibians in here. We also don't have bees. How about some ecological restoration? These are wetlands. That'll work for the thing over there. What do we want here? Is anybody using these guys for medicine? I don't think so. Poaching. That makes sense. Except the picture is an elephant. Overexploit. These are not fish. Yeah, that one. That looks very informational. Over here. I mean, they are frogs, and these are not. So we have all the frogs in one place now. Oh wait, yeah, we have the frogs move in, and then the snakes are hurt. Okay, sure. But that one doesn't look very good with it. Nope. The colors match. We'll keep them. So speaking of education, we also need these things. But first, I'm gonna put in some more plants. I mean, I suppose these could maybe be the things that greet you over here because they're short enough, but no. These! Yeah, so this is just gonna be a little garden kind of area thing. And then maybe, oh, there's a smaller one. Yay. Plop, I like it. They look pretty. Don't these things look like they should be growing on things? Plop. Spiny plant? Kind of have a spiky over here. So this is supposed to be underwater, but the reason I also picked the aquatic for this is that there are so many aquatic plants that just look super lush, which I suppose makes sense since when you live underwater, you have enough water. Swiss cheese plant. Oh my God, they're not a cheese plant. Yeah, beautiful. More stone. More stone. I'm going to be putting up a few more of these in a few different places, like here. That'd be nice. And it matches the others. Let's do that yet. And what do we want here? Oh, stop the freaking frogs. Climate change? No elephants. These are no fish. We have this. That's a cat. We have that one. We have that one. Okay, things are starting to look really good. Just need a little more education over here. Gorgeous. So, how do I make these things look not so like that? Log. Yeah, especially if I move you actually just a little bit further over there. Because then the door, which I will be putting in, can also have kind of sort of something that may seem a little bit more like a frame. This is going to look weird until hopefully maybe at some point it doesn't. I'm not sure this is going to stop looking weird. What if we bring it forward, bring it down a lot more? What if we just did that? Oh, I think I got it. I think. I did not. What if we do? Up a tiny bit. Okay, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I said, well, that's not great. But I mean, it's not entirely horrible either. If I move it over here and bring it down and bring it, that actually looks, yes, please, yes, that looks very good. Yep. Okay, so what kind of education do we want over here? We have, is this the one we have? No, we have these two that looks like wanted posters. And we have the green ones that look very educational with the percentages and the numbers. Okay, so we don't have that one. We don't have that one. At this point, I'm just putting in random ones. I mean, that's water, but... yeah, so I might have to make some custom billboards for just like I already did for these little guys. Because I saw somewhere in a zoo where they put these things actually up here instead of putting them down by the ground, and it looked really good. So for now, I'm just going to plop down 3 of them on every exhibit. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Put up the things everywhere, and also forgot to tell you that I did, yeah. So like I said, I really like these 3D backdrops with the rocks. I did not like the blue skies because we are in a cave. So I used these mud panels to block out the blue. I also put in doors because in an actual zoo, keepers kind of need to be able to get in here, and when it's 100% glass, they can't. So all of the habitats, exhibits, have a little door. There's a door, door, door. I know exactly which one I want. That one, because this one looks most like an actual staff door. And then let's move this one to create a door frame. Now we have door frame. I also want this one on both sides. Because yes, I also intend to make the inside of these areas pretty-ish. This is difficult. And then let's click on paint. Let's cover up the ugliness. Metal, favorites, this one. Plank. This is now a closet. And I like it so much that I'm gonna make another one over here. There we go. And what else are they going to need? They are going to need room, a shelf, shovel. No, I need the small shovel. Because, I mean, you don't really use the big pooper scooper for the little, oh well, put one in here anyway. Cool. That's the one I wanted. Rake. Probably should be hooks here for hanging the things. In fact, I'll put in a few more hooks for hanging things that are not there. Let's just have the brooms leaning against the wall. And in fact, let's have them leaning at slightly different angles. Yeah, you're not going to fit. But we can pull the shelf out a little bit. And then we can fit a banana box on it. And also this box. Banana in the box. Orange. Flop. Wrong. There we are. Oh, I want to go in here. And then I want to click gardening, filter, property, flexicolor. Now why would I do that? Because this thing can be made to look much like dead leaves or pooped up hay. Especially to sink it down a little bit. Copy and place. Rotate. Or rotate. Look at that. That's a bunch of unknown crap right there. You are going to be the color of poop. Because you are in fact going to be poop in a bucket. Okay, so those flowers kind of look like eyes. I have a bucket of eyes. Which isn't scary at all. Now let's go in here. Can we find anything that we want to put on the wall? Yep, that's trash. Oh, I want the clipboard, obviously. How could you possibly live without a clipboard? There we go. And seeing as this floor is horrible, last thing I want to do is add another floor and sink it all the way down. Okay, so now the staff area makes staff's work much easier. Oh wait, those things also need new handles too. So the next step now is to grab all of these signs and take the middle one, replace the image to this one, which I made. Terrapin. Look at that. That is Terrapin skull. That is sort of how turtle tortoise feet look. And this is what they eat. Yeah, so the Terrapin has education on all four sides. This guy has wood, so he only gets 2 sides. But he also has his own little... Look at that. And he has a different skull and different footprints and different food. And look, he's venomous. Because the snakes do not have footprints. And the cute little blue-tongued lizard, they eat fruit and leaves and bugs. And they eat everything. These guys are not venomous. I put a knot in here instead. I'm really happy with how well they're showing actually on such a tiny, tiny screen. I did these in Canva,
which I will be posting a link to in the description.
There we go. Another one that is not venomous, but it has a very scary looking skull. These are the actual skulls as far as I have been able to find out. So those lines are a little bit blurry and small, but see, if you're a little person and you're standing down here, you can sort of read that, right? Right. I also wanted to put one of these gizmoids in here. Right there. Cat or Meyer or a La Umas. No, neither. They're lizards. I also have a custom poster for this one, but I haven't, it seems, put it in the game yet, have I? No. So the next step now is to turn all of this into a cave. There we go.
we have soil! And that means what we have down here is, in fact, a cave. All in all, I am super happy with this result. I do think, though, that this area right here, it's a little bit too... You can see through the whole thing, so I do want to try something. Yeah, see, doing that, I think, makes it look a lot more cave-like, because when the second you walk in, you can't immediately see everything. Of course, these are going to have mud panels, so let me just grab some of those. So now these look pretty naked. So if they had one of these that, you know, made sense with the types of animals we have in the zoo. Wait a minute. What if? I mean, that actually looks pretty good. Judging your height against a very large tortoise doesn't necessarily seem realistic, but I mean, the whole thing? I'd buy that. Not like in the store, but you know. In fact, I like it so much, I'm going to do it over here as well. Well, we need some kind of a reptile, unless we want to cover it with leaves. Just plop a bunch of these leafy thingies on here. And there's a snake! Yep, we're doing it. Bringing this leaf forward to cover the gorilla's face. And then we are taking the long snake, and it actually kind of makes sense that kids would measure themselves in relation to the length of the snake. Let's make you, I'm thinking yellow because we have a yellow anaconda. Banana snake. So let's remove this thing from over here and just put you on the wall. And get some leafy bits in here. I kind of want to recolor this one to be more of a water-ish, but not blue. Sort of that color of the water here. I mean, I don't hate it. Now all we need down here is a couple of benches. Please stop randomly attaching to everything. Are you going to be standing on top of this bench all the time if I have a bench here? I mean, you would probably have a few benches right over here by the entrance type area so that the people who don't want to look at all the snakes for 5 hours can wait for those who do. Here we go. So we have a little education corner, and we also have this one in the same general area, which makes the whole area very kid-friendly. And we have it closed off, so you can't see all the way through the cave, and it's more of an exploration that you go through but then over here you can see both at the same time, which is nice. And you saw me building this staff room over here earlier, including the little area in front here. What you did not see, however, was this area that I ended up building off camera. Now when you go through this staff door, you come into this hallway, which is very boring looking. It is a staff area, so we don't really care about decorating it prettily for the guests. So, wow. I wonder if the explore mode camera will work here. Let's try that. So, all of the doors inside the exhibits, well, they now also have a door on the outside. And there's a little clipboard with some, I guess, feeding times or something, and then you can read here what animal you're about to go visit. Now, notice this little red thing right here. That means it is a dangerous animal. I'm planning on using signs like these at every single employee entrance into an exhibit or a habitat. I walk around this corner. Look at that. There's a little area right here where they can prepare the food. They have some fruit and some leafy bits and a big piece of chunk of meat that's about to get chopped up. We have a knife magnet with some knives on it, and I have no idea what that thing is, but it's there. Now the only thing they need over here is something maybe a little bit better than this for washing their hands, because if they're going to be handling both meat and fruit and leaves, they definitely need to be able to wash their hands. So once we come back here, we're going to finish up that area. Whoa, Whoa. Yeah, see, that one has a green line instead of the red one, because the diamondback rattlesnake is a dangerous animal, but the blue-tongued lizard is not. It might nibble you, but you won't die. Now we have 2 more doors over here for the anaconda and the boa. Little mucky corner here. This is fun. This explore mode. Okay. Yeah, so I do kind of want to keep the hose around, but maybe move it over here. And then I want a sink, which is not the easiest thing to build in this game and make look decent. But we do have a tap. And again, it does not have to be pretty. It has to look realistic, but it doesn't have to look beautiful. So I think maybe if we do this, I do want to make sure that it is not... Okay, I'm going to have to take this camera mode off. Standard. No. No, don't favorite. Wait. Let me just click this thing. Please listen. Does that sound like a kiss? Try that again. When you favorite something in here, it's a kissy noise.
Cute.
Yeah, so if I put this thing here, is it peeking through? No, it is not peeking through anywhere. Excellent. So we can pretty much do whatever we want on this wall. Because then we can take the faucet and move it out and up. I kind of want... Yes. So then I just need gut. This thing. Plop, plop, bloop. And then pot this thing. And then Noto this thing. Gray. Yes. Let me try something. I wonder if I take this thing, can I create a soap dispenser? If I type in tool, I get this thing. And if I then flip this thing, this looks like a thing where you pull down on the thing and then the thing and then the thing and then... So you pull down on this one and then the soap comes out, and then when you let go, this other part comes back up and catches any little droplets so that there will be no spilling all over the counter. Ugh, I also want this one. And then let's make this pink, because for some reason soap in public soap dispensers is usually pink. And now you can see the soap. Awesome. Please wash your hands after handling meat. Whoa. We should probably have some paper towels as well, shouldn't we? Actually, I think if we type in vent. Oh, come on. Can you please just fit? Okay, that is starting to look like something that might be something. Hug, which will give us these. Look at that. That's paper towel. Ooh, I have an idea. If you're a sanitation type company, wouldn't you have a logo consisting of blue circles? So now everyone knows that you are a sanitation company with core logo design abilities. Although there is this thing that I did at one point. Because if you are a sanitation company, you want a logo which is a lotus. And that's kind of what you get if you rotate these things. And it is a lotus, not an alien squid. There we are. We have a soap dispenser, a paper towel dispenser with a logo that's almost not creepy, a food preparation station, a wall that I keep glitching through, a very long hallway with... Why does it suddenly have dirt there? Did it have that all the time? Did I just not see it? We enter the cavern of lizardly delights, let's not call it that, and turn the corner. Ooh, there's a talk. Is he showing us an animal? Will you show us an animal? Yes, because I did in fact put down 2 animal talk points. for the two animals that they can actually handle during talks, which is the terrapin and the little lizard. I just realized these places don't have doors, but then again, how the flip would you have a door when there's water everywhere? I have to admit there isn't really a big visual difference between this. Why is the branch wiggling? Let's pretend that isn't happening. The big visual difference between the desert part that we're looking at here now and then the tropical part over here, the difference is not as big as I wanted it to be. But maybe that's actually a good thing. Maybe that actually just means that the two sections sort of work together better as a more cohesive whole, with just subtle differences between the two biome-based parts of it. And actually, when you look at it from here, those two exhibits over there with the two types of iguanas do kind of look like it's just one large exhibit. So, all in all, when I'm looking at this cave here, I'm gonna have to say mission accomplished. Now, the very last thing that we need is a sign, so that people know why they should enter the dark cavern, and that they are not going to lose their organs. What am I actually going to call this place? Yeah, that's incredibly boring. I mean, I could call it the cavern. But see, this is the thing. I do something like this, and I feel super creative and good about myself, and then I have to name it, and I'm going to need to have to... If this was Jeopardy, I'd like call a friend or... No, you know what? No. I'm going to ask the audience. You're the audience. What are we going to call this place? If we could call it the Cavern of something, or the something cavern, or something else entirely that is not cavern, and just makes people want to go in there. Now I want to go in there. Now I do not. Next time, I'm going to be building the habitat that goes on top of and next to
The cavern.
Until then, bye!